roster rundown real quick. For High Rollers Gaming, we have Shade on Medic, Banny on Demo, Lansky on Pocket, Tagarung on Roamer, Sizer and Shrugger on Scout. For Classic Mixup, we have Hardblue on Medic, Platinum on Demo, TLR on Pocket, Enigma on Roamer, and Ruin and YZ50 on Scout. This first map will be on Snakewater. It's going to be a best of 3, and the winner will go to the grand finals tomorrow morning. The loser will drop down to face Fully Torqued in the lower bracket finals later today. Without further ado, Blank, how was your shower?
It was good. Showered, shaved, the whole 9 yards, but watching Lansky this first mid as he rolls out here. Ooh, the Scout eating an early sticky from Platinum. Lansky jumping really aggressively on this right side, getting some early damage on Plat. Fighting a Scout here though, and YZ and Ruin just immediately cleaning out these frags. And this is just looking like a first mid, going straight to Mix-Up. As Tag tries to bomb Platinum, but Platinum hits a really nice pipe, and Enigma's able to finish off the kill.
I didn't even realize we went live there, my bad. Looks like Mix-Up, yeah, pretty solid mid performance from them, really winning off the DM. Both medics traded there. And it looks like they're already moving in towards second point. Mix-Up have the Scout capping, Ruin's on the point already. Looks like HRG might want to contest this though. They're sending out a Scout, and Lansky's trying to spam him out there. Actually, a Soldier coming in from behind on the battlements. Enigma trying to make a move, but he's going to get taken down by Lansky. Another Scout coming in. Ruin tries to make the move there onto Shade, but gets taken down easily. And Mix-Up are now down 2 players. HRG trying to move this advantage quickly, Blank.
Yeah, that they are. Enigma's going to be respawning relatively soon, but HRG trying to work their way into mid here. Lansky pushing his way through Saw, Banny following in from the bridge. Platinum's going to eat a lot of damage here, probably going to go down. That is such a crucial pick. However, Mix-Up is about to have the Uber here. YZ50 is able to pick off Shrugger, but he goes down. It's a TrukTruk from TLR as he drops Banny. Does a lot of damage. Shade goes down. He's able to drop Tag as well. Wow. TLR with the crits. It's Enigma and Ruin versus Sizer. And can Big Brown win this one? No. Enigma with the cleanup. So just a really nice crit streak coming out of TLR there. And you don't see enough teams actually utilize Soldier crits as Slin.
No, but TLR got a nice 3 kills there on mid, and we just saw basically a refight of the second mid fight there, and actually 3 fragging classes up again for Mix-Up. They finally took that second point, so now Hardblue up again, and is he on TrukTruk? You better be checking that.
Yep,
he's on TrukTruk, yeah.
If it worked once, it might work a second time, eh, Slin?
Yeah, but Shade can't be running TrukTruk on his end here. He's running normal Uber, playing back left with his heavy up on top of the point. Sizer's setting up a sentry on the right side, getting that to level 2. And gotta be careful about that. Hardblue's building really quickly. He's gonna have a 30% TrukTruk advantage here, and Platinum's getting ready for that crits from the lower.
Yeah, that he is. So the cam is on Platinum here. Is he gonna be able to get the kills with this? Here comes the crits. Crits is onto the heavy, drops the heavy, relatively low, not able to finish off the frag here as I stutter over my words. Sentry gun does go down. Ooh, counter Uber about to come out from Shade. YZ's on the point. No, not really gonna be able to get this push, and Shade with the counter pop. TLR trying to get out with Hardblue, but TLR is going to go down. Hardblue might be the next casualty as well as Scout and Soldier hot on his trail. As no, he's able to make it out, so Hardblue is some really wily movement in Scout here. Shrugger down to 30 health. Is Plat going to finish this? But no, wow.
Really nice escape there by Harb. That's going to give his team the TrukTruk advantage still. That's continuing on. But that last crits on to last didn't really work out for Platinum. He didn't get any frags at all with it that he needed to get. And then Shade was able to get it and turn it around here. So now Hardblue, TrukTruk advantage, but Shade's building very aggressively here. They're holding up forward in the saw room, but pulling back now to second point. And Harb, 90%. Shade's got to keep that in mind.
Yeah, hopefully they remembered it's the TrukTruk here is tagged with a really early jump, actually. He's going to get picked before he can really do anything. Ruin getting relatively low. Platinum's just going to lay a couple of crit stickies to try and zone him out here, but his Scout kind of getting caught out here. Sizer, wow. No Scout, well, down the flank, really, for HRG. As Banny's able to pick up Ruin here, so this is not looking too hot, but oh, Lansky might get caught off here. It's a 3-on-3 fight in the yard right now. Lansky, Banny versus Platinum, and Platinum's able to get the kill on Lansky. Tag is a respawn. It's Plat versus Banny right now, the demo show.
Mixup need to get out here live as Tagarung has just respawned and come up to support his team. Mixup now keeping that TrukTruk advantage. I'm surprised Hardblue hasn't gone down yet, but they haven't been successful with the crits either. Looks like Shade's pulling back on that left side, playing back in the battlements, and he did this last time. He was tucked away in the upper lobby away from that TrukTruk, and Platinum's going to be searching again as he comes out the window.
Yeah, but this time, you know, HRG pretty much ready. They know that Mixup's on the crits as well. Tag is actually able to find an angle in and pick off Hardblue, so the pressure's on Mixup right now. They need to make a couple of frags happen. Forced Ubers, there we go. Shade pops. Tag does go down, Platinum's bombing in.
But
It's
Platinum's bomb is...
YZ50 trying to get...
His bomb was not necessary. Enigma got that for us. The Platinum's bomb is pretty much going to cost them mid, as they're not going to have the stickies up, and here comes HRG rolling their way in here, keeping Shade alive. They're going to get this cat down nice and easy, and then Shade's going to have that 25% advantage, so the pendulum is swinging in HRG's favor.
Yeah, that it is. Is Hardblue on crits once again, I wonder? He's probably swapped off by now, then.
Yeah,
no,
he needs
it
to
looks like
swap.
regular Uber.
Yeah.
So, slight Uber advantage for Shade here, but probably not going to see a push develop out of him until they get Uber here. Is HRG generally not one to push without the Uber.
Nope, but this is their comfortable ground. This is their happy zone. They have mid, they can slow the game down to the pace they like, and Mixup is going to have a hard time controlling that pace, that aggressive movement that they want. Anyway, here comes that Uber now. Lansky leading the way on the upper lobby. They're bringing in a scout as well here in Sizer. Can Sizer get the pick? Yes, he takes out Hardblue before he gets the Uber. Huge play there as Enigma goes down to Lansky's shotgun. Lansky goes down in the upper lobby. 4-on-4 here is neither... there's a lot of lit players here for either team, but Banny with a nice pipe to take down YZ50. TLR bombs on the point, gets taken down. Shrugger finishes off Ruin, and Tagron grabs Platinum. That's a full wipe from Mixup and HRG. With that pick on the Hardblue, win this round.
Yeah, that it is. I mean, they realized they had a slight advantage. They had to kill Hardblue, and bringing Scout in on the Uber there. Those are really the best Ubers for killing things when you need to. Is the Scout Soldier Uber, and HRG just capitalizing right there.
Alright, so HRG up 1-0. The undefeated champions have never dropped a map. So let's see how they do again on the second mid. And I'm checking this one out here. It looks Demomen are sticky sniping them out, but HRG is going for soldiers off the top left. They're actually intercepting these bombers here as the name goes down to Lansky. Ruins pushes across and takes out Sizer as well as Banning with the help of YZ50. Tagrung stuck in the kitchen behind, but here comes Lansky to take down Ruin on the point. Now here come the bombs from HRG. They're collapsing on the enemy team. Hardblue, Ruin, YZ50 all taken down. Only Platinum alive, down to 40 health in the lower. And HRG with a nice mid here. Platinum's going to try and make a hero play though.
Yeah, this is where Demoman's better than Soldier. Soldiers, you can't fight a Demoman at medium range. You either jump out or you jump in, but because they're so low, they have to choose to leave. But looks like HRG finally going to be able to start putting time on this point, maybe? Yeah, as the Mad has showed up.
It was a really nice mid there from HRG. You know, it looked kind of bad when Shade went down, but they did a really nice job of coming in at the same time. Great comms, great team play. So now they're building up their Uber, they're holding on to mid, and they're again in their comfortable position.
Shade is on the crit screen, by the way, Slin, so... I mean, we saw Platinum have his moment with crits, but Banny's like, hey, it's my turn.
See how this one works out and where they choose to take it from. Looks like they're actually moving the saw room now, and I think they might be having Lansky lead the way, just feigning like they have normal Uber, but here comes Banny. He has the crit screen now. Hardblue 90% dangerously close to normal Uber. Here comes that crits from Banny here now, launching it, not finding anything, really. Crits comes off actually as he launches the last sticky, and now Mixup coming with their counter Uber, taking down Banny and Sizer, pushing aggressively through the through the saw room there, and they take down Shade. Nice job there by YZ50, but the back cap wrap play going on here as Tagrung and Shrugger try to make something happen. Platinum comes back to stop it and forces Tagrung to jump away. Tagrung now jumping into the saw room, grabs the health pack, and he's in a weird spot where he's behind the enemy team and needs to make something happen.
That he is he's actually able to get quite a bit of damage on Plat. Is Plat gonna be able to stay alive? Yeah, Plat with 65 health. Enigma gonna finish off the frag, and Tag does go down.
Alert. Our control point is being captured.
Looking pretty good for Mixup here, up 30%, already getting a lot of cap time onto the second point. TLR goes down to Banny's pipe. It looks like HRG might try and make a last stand here as they're pushing out to try and maybe get Hardblue or force an Uber there. Enigma comes in behind the upper lobby but gets finished off by Lansky, and the Scout 1v1 in the lower. Can they... Oh, it looks like Shrugger gets finished off here in the upper lobby by Platinum Sticky, but looks like Sizer is still hiding underneath. He pulls back to last.
Yeah, that he is. I wonder if Hardblue recognizes that he has a slight Uber advantage. It looks like they kind of want to use this, but I mean, the advantage is fading away here. Oh, they might be overestimating what they have. Peeking in with the scouts, Ubering both the scouts, this isn't good. The counter pop is going to come out, and they're going to need to get out here.
They lose Platinum also to a nice bomb by Tagarung behind. So it's going to be a 5-on-4. Mix-Up down a player and down the Devilman. HRG might choose to push this. They take down TLR. Nice job there by Sizer. And the Heavy is going to probably switch to Scout on last while HRG begins pushing up into upper lobby.
But Enigma doing a really nice job there of doing quite a bit of damage, delaying him from pushing out just a bit. the spawn's finally starting to come up for Mixup. They might actually fight this. They get some decent damage to the Shade. He's quite a few rollers and gets dropped down to 60 health, but no, it's looking like HRG gonna have a slight Uber advantage as well as the pick.
Yeah, they have that pick going in their way, and they might choose to push it, but against a team like Mixup, it looks like they're gonna slow it down. Make sure they get that Uber in time. I'm not sure if Shade recognizes that he has a 15% Uber advantage here, but I don't think they're gonna try and push it.
Yeah, that's typically not what you see out of HRG. If it was Mixup, you know, we might see them going buck wild aggressive, pushing in with a 15% advantage, but HRG pretty content to sit here at their 2, equalize out the Ubers, so the pressure's on Mixup to make a push happen.
Yep. And, you know, judging by the way we saw the last matchup go, they might try for a bomb play, but TLR is so good with these Ubers, he might try and make a play himself. It looks like Enigma's looking through the window and spamming the enemy team. He might try and go for it as Harblue's buffing him up now. Looks like Shade's playing pretty far back on his own bridge. 100% Ubers for either team. Tiger hiding up on the pole there, the pipe, near the right side, what do you want to call that, saw room area? So, it looks like the soldiers now, they're actually doing a 3 or 4 man sack coming in now as Enigma bombs in to try and get that force from Shade. Shade didn't take any damage at all, and Sugar goes down here in the yard. Tiger goes down as Mixup coming in now with their Uber. They pop their, to try and take it down players. They do take that Manny. And Lansky's out away from the Uber here, so he's in trouble as well, but nice save there from Shade. Wow, catches Lansky just barely in time. Sizer finishes off Harblue, and HRG turned this one around.
Yeah, that they are, but Platinum, he's in the right position right now as a demo man, trying to delay, and yeah, really nice 1-2 punch coming out of Plat and TLR then. That's actually going to slow the progress. Platinum is just going really aggressive here, and just, he's exploiting the strength of the demo man class to the fullest, just picking these fights where, like, the other classes can't really retaliate back.
Yep, neither team has an Uber, but Mixup is a player up, but Enigma goes down to Banny's stickies on the lower side, so it looks like they're going to have to reset here. Looks like Shade has actually been building pretty decently and got himself a considerable advantage, and actually they're trying to do a dry push. They catch out Platinum on the low, and now they're going to begin pushing. It looks like Ruin came from behind through the kitchen and picks off Shade and Banny. Those are 2 great picks there, 3 on 4, but HRG don't have any heals on their favor. TLR against the world, shotgun out, trying to take down Tiger down to 40 health. Nice job there with the shoddy, and Hardblue stayed alive. He's coming back in with Enigma to hold on to mid. Ruin just saved that play for them there. HRG looked like they were looking pretty good if they took down Platinum, but Ruin came in behind and got those 2 key picks on the Shade and Banny to save them the round.
Yeah, that he did, and just, we're seeing a lot of back and forth action here, Slin, as these teams pretty relatively even matched, and just a lot of back and forth aggression so far as Platinum trying to work his way into this 2-point here. Hardblue with the full Uber advantage, trying to hold onto this though without having to use it too, and it looks like here comes the tag bomb that's been, I mean, you pretty much expect it by now. Hardblue down to 50 health. Is he gonna pop here? Rollers coming in, and Hardblue drops to the Banny rollers. Oh
characters
no.
to drop it at the same time. Probably the right move considering that HRG can't really get out of this.
But
It looks like a Mixup holding pretty far up here. They might get this early force and then they'll be fine. Harblue's already spawned. He's got the forward spawn coming at the low side, so he's gonna be able to get to his team and deliver heals in time.
I really like this out of Mixup though. It's better to hold close towards the choke before they can actually get spread out with the supers.
Yeah.
Relatively early pop here, and Enigma is really the only casualty, and Sizer's still in the heavy guy pushing out a last, so that's kind of going to slow their progress in the mid should they choose to push with this 1-pick advantage, and I think they're just going to stalemate out here.
Yeah.
It's actually Banny getting really
Wow.
aggressive lower, and YZ 50 with a big flank and Ruin, just the scouts for classic Mixup just wreaking all sorts of havoc. There is a scout on the medic. Can Shrugger hit Hardblue, but Hardblue's just spinning in circles. Oh my god, and he loses 20 health.
Tigrone comes up the drop down and almost gets the kill into Hardblue, but Harb survives with 23 health there and gets that cap for his second team, and the second cap for his team. He's gonna have the Uber here, rolling already into last. Sizer on heavy, Banny sticking the low side. He knows where they're coming from already. Platinum leading the way. Here comes YZ50 with that Uber. YZ's just going in. He's going straight in for Banny. Can he get him? No. Heavy's pretty lit as well here, but Banny picks off Platinum. It's gonna be a weird.
Wow, are they? Oh, Hardblue surfs the meat shot. No, he's not gonna be able to make it out. But that was just. Ruins or YZ50's kind of cut out here. He's gonna go down. Where is TLR?
They rushed it. They, they had the Uber advantage. They had everything going their way, but they just rushed in before they had those respawners, and then HRG got theirs in first.
Yeah, big thing though is, I mean, Hardblue ended up dropping Platinum during the Uber, and that was just like crucial. Anytime you lose a class, primarily your demo man too, during a push, you're pretty much hosed right from the get-goes. Ooh, TLR hits a really nice rocket on tag, but uh-oh. 2 picks going down. Banny kind of getting overextended and caught out there. He's going to go down. TLR with some really nice rockets is able to take down Shrugger, and the Uber is going to come out here from Shade. TLR stuck behind. Lansky's jumping. Is he going to make it out? No, some nice shoddy work out of TLR, and they're going to recontest this.
HRG was able to get that second cap down, but they sacrificed so many players in the process that they're looking like a bad situation here. Lansky gets finished off there by Ruin, Platinum, Banny coming in to try and do his best, but they're down so many players here. Mixup is able to get the second point to capture, and Shade's in a lot of trouble here. He's down 80% Uber, and Mixup looking to take it back again.
That it is, and just Lansky kind of getting caught out there. They're really overcommitted for the cap there, and Banny going down as well. This is just bad news bears as Ruin's rolling in on the left here with a medic while he drops Shade in the spawn. He's going to get another flash of Uber here, and this is just a lot of trouble for HRG. Are they going to be able to hold this? Banny and Sizer trying to do a lot of work here. Tag's going to get... Wow.
What?
They're
Mixup has had so many
hold
chances. Mixup has had so many chances at last with their Ubers, but they've been popping so early and flashing a lot. They're not getting the frags quick enough. And, I mean, they get Shade, they get the heavy sometimes too, but, like, it's just not enough.
Yeah.
They need to
I'm
force
curious
the
to
point.
see whether or not Mixup's actually... Yeah, they're going to try and peek out on this before Shade gets there, but Shade shows up, so they're going to back off. But I feel like Mixup is just... Yeah, they are popping a little bit early, but sometimes I feel like they're sacking players on the point unnecessarily. Just try to secure the frags before you cap the point.
Wow, we just said completely different things, but it just goes to show how convoluted this last point is. Mixup just not able to convert regardless. And here they come down on a drive push. Tagrun high in the air to try and get down Harblue. Can they get him? Tagrun picks off TLR, but they didn't get Harb. Trucker comes in now and there it is. He finishes off the kill on Harblue. Enigma goes down here to Sizer, and HRG looking pretty good here now. 70% advantage for Shade and 3 down for Mixup.
Yeah, that they are. They're just going to be rolling into mid here. Let's see. Where are the players? Platinum hitting a really nice sticky. Ruin's fighting his scout in Saw Room while he drops Shrugger. He's behind the other team's combo. He's just causing all sorts of havoc on the flank right now. He's going to start the back cap too to pull some players back. So this is just falling apart for HRG right now. So they're going to have to go back to deal with this.
Back and forth action here. Lansky picks off Ruin. The score is still 1-0. HRG in the lead. Shade has that Uber advantage, and they look like they want to take it into mid here as Lansky lead the way. Sizer gets that pick onto Enigma, who got that force, and Mixup's going to back off here. 2 players down. Harblue's going to have that Uber, and they need to build it up quickly here if they want to be able to retake it back.
Yeah, definitely. We see about a 60% Uber advantage here. Mixup, they kind of need to get something going. They've had quite a few attempts at last, and they got to be, bashing themselves over the head going, how do we mess those up with Uber versus no Uber? So, we're going to have a push into mid here, Slin.
Let's see how it goes. Banny with the trap, though, on the Saw Room takes down TLR. TLR thought the trap was on the left side of the door, and then he jumps to the other side and gets to basically Banny meta-meta'd him.
Yeah, that was just the Banny traps. You never know where they are.
Well, it looks like HRG, with that pick, are able to stall this out a little bit longer and get that Uber themselves, hold off that push into mid, and now it looks like even Uber push here as Lansky wants to lead the way. Parker's gonna have to pull back off of this. Yeah.
Yeah, so just quite a bit of stalemating out
Finally
here
slowing it down.
Yeah, I imagine... Alright, Slim, what do you predict? The tag bomb?
I'm thinking a tag bomb here. This is pretty classic, but and Platinum knows it's coming here, so he's got stickies on the window all ready to go.
Yeah, here comes the tag bomb, and that got shut down.
It's predictable. Mixup knows it's coming. I mean, they're not dumb. They see it coming a mile away. They actually get him down. And let's see if they can do this repush 6-on-5.
Yeah, it's TLR's trying to work the underneath here with the scout. Now pulling it a bit back here, realizing tag's going to be respawning soon, so just selecting, I guess, to reset here.
And yeah, just resetting over and over again. HRG are happy to reset it. They're up around. This is the upper bracket, and they want to make sure they secure their spot in the grand final, so they're just going to wait it out and slow it down, because Mixup is strongest when they're keeping things moving, keeping that aggression, and those transition plays with their strong scouts really favor Mixup. If HRG slows the game down, it plays more into their favor, and they can just bomb tag in over again.
Yeah, that they will. Let's see, where is the tag room? Yeah, he's in the Saw Room, he's getting his nice big buff. Trying to figure out what sort of angle can he approach from, I imagine.
Chilling out here right now. Looks like, yeah, they're buffing up tag. Here he goes.
Oh, there he goes. It's a nice rocket on the Harb, but it's just
Harp too good for that too. He's just gonna be surfing away.
A, Mixup knows it's coming. B, Harblue's got some of the best surfs, and C, I mean, they need a different approach.
I think part of their approach too is they're almost waiting for Mixup to fail their push in the mid. I mean, you see Platinum here taking so much damage. He almost goes down, but oh, YZ50 is the one that goes down.
They do the reverse pick situation. This is just classic BP.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even if Tag's pick doesn't work, they have this sort of like man advantage here off of the fail push from Mixup, and now they got an extra pick here onto TLR. Lansky goes down, gets dropped there by Shade, but still man advantage for HRG, and here they are now swarming all over second point.
Yeah,
Enigma's gonna go down on the flank from behind. Harblu only has 2 players with him to heal. He's gonna have to back out and give that second point for free. And HRG are so methodical here. 10% advantage for Shade. They're just gonna build it up and do some sort of push into last.
Yeah, that they will. So BP just playing the reverse pick game. Eventually, you know, classic Mixup kind of getting antsy. They're like, alright, they're just gonna keep bombing. You know, let's try and figure out a way into them. But kind of playing into BP's hands there. That's really sort of their style. As that ends up working out there. Now we have Mixup sitting at their last tier with a 20% Uber disadvantage.
Yeah, Shade's been building pretty well and is actually leveraging it to something a lot larger. But Harbu's building it back up again. It's gonna be an even Uber push to last. Ruin on Sniper, Enigma on Heavy. Let's see how this goes. Bomb from Tagero! Oh, it's so classic now. He bombs in, doesn't get anything at all. The Heavy just shoots him right out of the sky. And let's see if Platinum and the team are gonna go for this push in the middle lobby. You know, it's risky when you do it on last.
That it is. I feel like the best way to push out of this last, if you try to use one-man advantage, is you kind of got to sneak in lower and work your way in the top lobby. Either that, you got to peek top right with your demo man. Generally are the best approaches.
I mean, the thing is, when you're trying to push out of last, you gotta go quickly because the forward spawn next to the 4th point is so close that if you don't move quickly enough, Tiger will just respawn in time to stop. So it's hard to move out quickly against someone like Banny, who's got traps everywhere. You see him now with the trap in the middle lobby, expecting that push out from Mixup, and he's really got the place locked down.
That he does. We do have the Sizer on Sniper here, so they're just gonna wait until eventually get some sort of pick or someone pushes up here. The Heavy getting really aggressive here from Enigma. He's actually getting dropped relatively low. Sizer missing the shot on the Platinum though.
And now we see Sizer just taking pot shots at the enemy team. He's just gonna get rebuffed over and over again, and oh, Ruin hits a nice headshot on the lower, but doesn't get Tagarung. And yeah, Lansky's making space for Sizer on the top left.
Uh-oh, Enigma does go down on the Sizer headshot, so that's probably going to cue the push in here from HRG. They push in on the far right side. Ubers both being exchanged from both teams. Oh, is Platinum going to get picked off here? Wow. That's a huge pick going in their favor here, as HRG is going to be looking to re-push here off of that demo man pick.
Yeah, Banny hitting some nice pipes here on the right side as Lansky hits an air shot onto the scout. They have good damage, but they can't finish anyone off. That's gonna prompt them to push, to back out, sorry. They really can't get in with these respawners coming back in for Mixup.
No, that they can't, and with a big heavy weapons guy of Enigma just respawning there, we're just gonna end up stalemating out here against Slin.
Excuse my stuffy nose here, I'm a little sick, but it looks like the Ubers are pretty even. You know, even though Sizer's getting these nice picks, it's not enough for HRG to get in clean, and Mixup are doing a really great job of holding that off even though they're 1 down. Just kind of going back and forth.
Well, see, the thing is, when you run a Sniper on offense, as soon as you get a pick, you push in, the guy you killed with Sniper respawns like 4 or 5 seconds after the Uber fades. Not only that, you still have a Sniper when the Uber fades, so like, sure, he gets you a pick going into the fight, but unless he hits like a bunch of headshots after, you're kind of half a man down as well.
Yeah, definitely. So we do see snipers on either team, and HRG is just nice and slow, just waiting for Sizer to get that pick. He's aiming down the left side here, but not really seeing much, and Ruin actually counter-snipes him. The problem is Ruin's gonna be on Sniper this whole time, and you know, you need 2 scouts to push out. Really, oh, here comes the YZ50 from behind in the middle lobby, almost gets that Uber force from Shade. Incredible attempt there. Banny didn't watch that. No one really was watching that right side shutter door. Everyone for HRG was focused on the left side and let YZ in. He just missed the shot.
That he did.
That was the shot at getting out too.
So you know, they figured Sniper, that didn't work out. So now they're rolling out the offensive heavies. The Uber does come in here. Quite a bit of flashing going on, but HRG's Uber is a lot worse, and Shrugger's gonna get picked off here. Is this the pick that they need to push in? Yeah, Sizer's gonna get destroyed on this lower, and that's a 2-man advantage. Mixup is gonna be pushing on this as Platinum is doing a lot of damage in this lobby area. The Scout trying to follow up. Lansky at just 60 health. Is he gonna be able to get these kills? There, Ruin's able to finish him off. We have Banny trying to back out last. No, it's not gonna get. So Mixup finally getting the picks they need, and they're gonna be able to push out here, Slin.
Yeah, I really attribute that to Mixup's great focus fire and fragging power there. They played together as a team, played together as a ball, and HRG didn't have the focus fire they needed to take down any players. So many lit players from Mixup, they just couldn't kill. Looks like they now are getting some capture time on the second point, but here comes HRG to contest that. Shade actually goes down to a bomb from Enigma as TLR takes down Sugar, and Ruin grabs Tagarung. TR grabs another one onto Sizer, and Banny's gonna go down here. It looks like Lansky's the only one alive high in the sky. Air shot there by TLR and finished off by Ruin. Mixup able to push out a LAN.
And I mean, Hardblue just living there with 7 health, and you know, balls of steel, not popping that for anybody. And now they have the full Uber advantage. They're gonna be rolling this into 2, Slin, and really with Banny, Sizer, and Lansky down, I really don't see much of a defense being set up here for HRG.
This will be Mixup's chance to even out the score for this match. If you guys are just tuning in now, it is the first half. The score is 1-0 for this upper bracket final. Mixup getting a lot of cap time on the second point. Tagarung coming in for the bomb. Lands one rocket onto Hardblue, who pops the Uber after grabbing the health pack. A little bit unfortunate there, but it looks like they're going to try and roll in the last. Shade doesn't have that Uber, so it's still 6 on 5. They might go for this dry push, and here comes TLR down the deep left.
Oh, YZ50 getting picked off really early. Enigma as well, Ruin. They're just bleeding all their players in transition, and this is where Banny is sort of grinding them out, playing the spam game that really sort of favors him. But I mean, the combo demo's still alive for Mixup, so they're going to be able to delay this as well. Platinum gets some really nice stickies on Shade. The Scouts are just whiffing all their shots, and he's able to sticky Sizer as well. Well, they're going to be able to contest this, and this is actually trouble for HRG here as Lansky goes down. They're committing to this. This is kind of an overextension, I think, and yeah, Enigma's going to get a huge flank. Uh-oh, this is just a lot of trouble for HRG.
HRG was able to hold last so many times at Uber disadvantage. I don't know why they didn't just go for holding last. They sacrificed way too many players trying to kill Hardblue on the second point, and that's going to cost them the round. Mixup evening it out, making it 1-1 in this first half. And great play there. Looking at the scoreboard, YZ50 2 dominations. Enigma at the bottom of the board, but Ruin at the top. And really great play coming from Classic Mixup, turning that one around from their last point.
Yeah, definitely. But I mean, HRG had the right idea. You gotta push out. You had to take risks on any sort of picks. It was just Platinum. Really sort of tore him down there in transition. So I'm gonna be watching in this next mid-fight, Slin.
Yeah, it looks like a demo on demo. Little action going on there as Platinum hits a nice one onto the Scout. Here comes that bomb now from Enigma and TLR off the top as Tagarung goes heavy as well. Hardblue and Enigma go down as a result. Banny hit a nice sticky there, and it looks like the Scouts for HRG are looking pretty as they're trying to fend off these bombers now. YZ50 jumps in and takes down Tagarung. Ruin did Strugger before going down himself. It's still a 2-on-2. The heal's in favor of HRG.
Uh-oh, YZ50 is gonna go for this. He needs to turn around though. Can he kill this soldier? Lansky on 2 health? Oh, the stick!
Yeah, but Banny's got some great stickies coming in here to finish off YZ. Yeah, and Shade is going to have that 70% Uber advantage that they need. Mixup in a lot of trouble here as Enigma goes in for the bomb! He's separated! Oh my god, he grabs his pick onto Shade! Huge plays! Banny hits an air shot into him! Nice job by Banny as well to finish off Enigma, but the great play by Enigma. They're hiding out in the corner by the kitchen, jumps in and grabs Shade. That's going to save his team mid, and here comes that mid fight still going on. No team has capped mid yet here, Blank.
This is one of the longest mid-fights in the history of mid-fights, as it looks like HRG might finally be getting the upper end of this as Banny's trying to cap the point. Ruin goes down. That's going to seal the deal here, but I mean, a 50% Uber advantage for Hardblue, they're going to be pretty content with that, as they're going to be holding their 2 here.
Back and forth action, a close match. Banny doing so much work, but it wasn't quite enough there, and Shade and Banny were pushing up into mid. They didn't have any protection there, and that's what allowed Enigma to get that pick. Now Hardblue's going to have 50% advantage, and he's going to be moving his team through the saw room. Nice and slow here. Shade's 70%, and he's building furiously back on mid. He might actually get it in time if Mixup don't move fast enough, and yeah, Mixup going to elect to just hold back and allow... they're going to play the HRG game, maybe.
Yeah, the rare moment where Mixup doesn't want to push on about, I think it was a 40-50% advantage, so... I mean, Banny kind of tearing him up in that saw room there, so... I mean, taking the safer option here of waiting, so we're gonna see the tag bomb.
I'm expecting it, but here comes Lansky.
No, actually, they're gonna get a punt.
Yeah, and then I'm surprised they popped the Uber so early if they, didn't even see the enemy combo right next to them. But the even Ubers here coming in. It looks like Lansky's trying to get really aggressive. He's taking a lot of damage here on the left side. And he goes down to Platinum Stickies. Banny's gonna go down on the yard and Mixup in a very good position here now. 6-on-4 as Ruin pushes down through the lower and takes down Shrugger. Sizer going down here as well. Shade and Tagarong, the only ones alive. Shade's backing out away from his team through the kitchen. He's gonna make it out of mid alive. Mixup though, coming out on top, taking down Tagarong and taking this mid.
Yeah, that it was. I mean, HRG finally trying something different than the tag bomb, but as you can see, not exactly well versed in that. And just not working out in their favor. Like, the idea when you Uber in on the left side, you have to end that Uber in on grass, or, you know, on the right side by the shot. Otherwise, as you saw, Mixup just pushed all their players into BP's non-Ubered players, and just, I keep saying BP, HRG. HRG's just non-Ubered, non-healthy players on the flank, and they just collected all the frags.
Was that really half an hour?
I guess so. That was so much action.
Okay, well, I'm sorry to cut you off there, by the way, Blank, but I guess after, I guess we're at halftime now. The score is 1-1 on Snakewater in the first map here. This is a best of 3, and there's been so much action here, but just not a lot of conversion.
Yeah, definitely. It's really sort of been, you know, Mixup's the one making the pushes happen, because HRG generally the one that kind of waits for you to make a mistake and push in. The best way I like to sum it up is HRG plays to not lose, whereas Mixup's trying to play to win. So you really just have the passive versus the aggressive here.
Yeah, and it's really a battle of the Titans, like we were talking about before this. It's so close back and forth, and I think the real key here is Mixup's play. You know, they had so many chances to push into last with Uber advantage, and they kind of botched those pushes too many times. And on HRG's side, they're doing pretty decently on these mids, but a little bit careless there. Lost Shade. If they kept them up, they probably could have rolled that into second point if they kept them alive. But Enigma's clutch bomb saved his team that mid in that round.
That it did, as we were going live the second half. So who do you think's the guy to watch this mid fight, Slin?
I really think that Sizer and Shrugger are going to come up huge. So let's check out this mid.
All right, I'm gonna give the cam here to Shrugger as he rolls his way in the mid. Let's see, which side is he going? He's going the top left side, so probably going to engage a soldier early on, try to ward off any scout as he eats. Wow, a really nice sticky from Platinum. So Platinum kind of has his number there, potentially. There's a really early bomb in from Enigma. Wow, nice rocket on the Shade here, and my TF2 just crashes once again.
Well,
sorry,
looks
Slin,
like Banny picks up a pick onto Harblue. YZ goes down here. 3 players down for a classic mix-up. The scouts all over the point here for HRG, and they're doing a really nice job of boxing out the main team. Tigeron comes from behind and tries to pick up Platinum. He does get the pick there. TLR goes down to Banny in the front, and it's only Ruin alive out the kitchen. He gets taken down by Tigeron's rocket at the tail end of that there, and HRG get this mid. They lose Shade in the process. It seems like both of these teams are trading medics on middle, but HRG, nice frags there. The scouts, like I said, really doing it big on this mid, and Tagarong got a lot of points on that first mid too. He got like 3 frags there, so looks like HRG now looking to move it into the second point. They're actually moving the lower side and taking advantage of the late spawns from Classic Mix-Up. The high bomb coming in from Enigma, but he's in a lot of trouble here, taking decent damage here from Shrugger and Sizer. He's just flying around through the air, and he's gonna get finished off by Shrugger there as Ruin takes down Sizer in the yard before going down himself. Man advantage for HRG as they're capping the second point and boxing the enemy team out of the upper lobby. Shrugger grabs a pick onto YZ50 in the cheese, and it's gonna be a 4-on-3 as they move towards last. Shade 90%, so close to getting Uber here, and they're already moving into last down the left side. Lansky already in, goes for a huge bomb, looking to get the force on Harblue, but he's in a lot of trouble here. He gets taken down by TLR. A nice heavy play there as well from Enigma to stop that from going down. It's a 6-on-5. Mix-up have the number advantage. Let's see if they push off of Lansky's death. Like you back?
I'm connecting right now, Slin.
So it looks like it's 6-on-5, and Mixup don't want to push out of this. Even Uber's here as Ruin is on Sniper, and Sizer has chosen to go heavy, so we might be seeing some sort of 3 or 4-man sack out of HRG any moment now. This is a classic play that was, I want to say, started by Classic Mixup even, where they leave a heavy on the second point, and then you bomb in a bunch of players to try and get that force from Harblue. Harblue's gotta know that this is coming though. He's playing pretty far back next to his spawn door, expecting that one as Ruin takes down Tagarong with a nice body shot. And Ruin is actually moving up the drop down here?
I'm finally back in the game.
Oh, that was YZ50 moving up the drop down, trying to get a pick, but he gets denied there. And looks like they're gonna have to reset and sit on last. Again, the score is 1-1 in the second half.
So we have the offensive heavy coming out from Sizer. Last time they tried this, Shade wasn't able to sync up with him before he got crit heals, and just all of Mixup caught on to the game plan and focused on the heavy before he was an issue, so... But they're gonna give it another try here. Oh, we have Tag on Spy.
I gotta go to the classic spy cam here. It looks like Tag wants to come out the lower. I'm not sure if he's on Cloak and Dagger or not, but no, it looks like he's on normal watch. I don't know, normal invis watch. And he's actually running down the deep left. He's pretty much come in undetected. Here comes Tag. He uncloaks. He's on Harblue, but Harblue turns and faces him. Is he gonna get face down? No, Enigma is able to deny that one. Tag's so close. Harblue just turned barely in time, heard that uncloaking, and Harblue is sitting in a position where his back is to a crate and a wall, so he's really unbackstabbable there.
One more stab though, and he probably would have dropped the Uber. So just Harblue once again, balls of steel not popping that Uber for anybody.
That's the thing though. If Harblue popped the Uber there, he would have lost anyways because HRG would have come in with advantage. So by holding it on, just like he did earlier, I think that earlier drop that he had, he's just holding on to it because he knows his team is in a decent situation and they're gonna lose whether he drops it or not, or uses it.
I don't know. I kind of tend to disagree with that. You know, bad pop. I feel like it's just always better to pop an Uber than to drop ever. As oh, we have the classic tag bomb, not getting anything done because Mixup completely prepared for this. HRG kind of in a bit of a pickle here as they're scratching their head trying to figure out how to push. As YZ50 is able to drop Shrugger here, and that's actually 2 down right now for HRG. But Mixup probably not going to make a push happen here.
Yeah, they know that Mixup just don't have the numbers to push. They have so many off-classers too. And you really need to fully dedicate yourself if you're gonna get out of Snakewater last.
For sure, but looks like HRG finally gonna try something, not just the heavy. Spamming on the right side here. Tag is actually just sitting in their race spawn. Potentially, no off-classing, finally coming back out. So yeah, Snakewater is stalemating.
You know, this is pretty classic here actually. Snakewater's, I would consider it to be one of the harder last points to push, even when you have advantage. It's so large that you can get forced at the doors, and then the enemy team can just kite it around. So it's just kind of like Process in that sense, but at the same time it's outdoors, so it's even bigger than Process. Anyways, we do see Ruin hitting a nice headshot on that left side door, but not really getting much of it. And HRG are trying to figure out what their next move is. They're buffing all their players up, and it looks like they want to just take a straight... I don't even know. Yeah, they're just sitting around. We're just watching spamming right now.
Yeah. Alright. All the people that think Tag's gonna bomb again, type a clown face in chat. Let's
too
see.
late here, because it looks like the Uber is going to be pushed out the lower side here, and they're going to dedicate it. Yeah, Sizer coming out as a heavy, and I can't believe Classic Mixup let them in so far. Mixup popped their Uber in late, and they're actually that heavy is just running around doing a ton of work as Sizer takes down the Demo Man Platinum before getting finished off by TLR. A lot of the players for either team, but no frags really being finished off. Trugger finally getting a pick onto Enigma. Banny goes down to Ruin here. I think that's going to stop the push from HRG with Banny going down.
I think so as well. HRG finally just kind of going for it, and you know, not the greatest push, but they definitely got quite a few frags as they're actually trying to come in on a dry push, going through the shutter side, but Lancey and Shrug are gonna get picked off here. YZ50 gonna be respawning really soon. Oh, Scout in on Harblue. Harblue barely touched though by Sizer there, and TLR Plat pushing out through lower here.
Yeah, that's the worst when you dry push into a heavy on the other side of the spawner, on the other side of the shutter door there. Looks like Banny's doing a ton of damage and hits Harblue with a nice pipe to finish off this push. And HRG lose 3 players, but Mixup are in a lot of trouble here because here comes that back cap from HRG.
No,
wow.
Tag's not gonna get. I feel like Mixup just kind of rushing that a little bit. They should have just taken positioning and pushed in from up top. I mean, when they try to roll in lower there, Banny just had stickies and the easiest spam angle on him and was able to drop Harblue at 90%.
Even though Tagrong didn't get that back cap, he still pulled the enemy team back and allowed his team to keep hold of second point. Now Shade has the Uber advantage that they need, and Enigma is still down. So here comes that Uber now out the left side, flashing onto Lansky and also bringing Sizer in on this. They're looking for the heavy and they're going to try and focus him down. Yeah, they do finally take him down. Lansky did a good job there, but TLR finishes off Sizer. Still 5 on 5. Harblue 75%. He needs to wait another 10 seconds to get this Uber as TLR finishes off Lansky and Shade on the left. Great job here by YZ50, aggressive on the lower part to finish off Tagrong and Banny, and that's going to be a complete...
Wow, 29 health. So YZ50 able to clutch the last there, is going to pick up this pill bottle? No, he's restopping, okay. Probably not going to commit to the push out here, but Shade is going to have a slight Uber advantage. Is he on TrukTruk? Yes, he is. So we're going to see a Banny crits and Enigma actually swapping the engineer here, potentially recognizing Banny might be swapping to a crits.
This will be a really interesting turn of events if this actually works. Oh, I mean he's not afraid to go crits here, and Mixup, we've seen them, you know, having difficulties getting out of this last point, and Shade is just about to get his crits here now. So all eyes on Banny as he crits out the left door.
Oh my god, how did that hit?
That was perfect!
What?
That was incredible! They're gonna spam down the left side sentry here now. They have the picks they need, they have the heals they need, they're just gonna come in now. It looks like Enigma's up on the, or TLR, sorry, up on the high ground, but gets taken down by Lansky. HRG now here, cleaning up all the players, and that's gonna be a full wipe from Mixup. HRG take this round and make it 2-1, finally breaking this stalemate. And,
well, I mean,
that was incredible.
Dry pushes didn't work, sniper didn't work, heavy didn't work, so they figured, why not give Banny a crit? And that seemed to be the working solution there, Slin.
Yeah, people are saying in chat, praise the Lord. Anyways, going to this fourth mid. These mid fights have been back and forth the entire time. Both these teams have been trading medics, but if any of these teams can keep their medic alive on this mid, that'll probably win them. Let's see how this goes now as both rumbers high in the sky. Scout YZ50 really aggressive as Ruin takes down Tagero. So that's going to be the opening pick to snowball this as Mixup begins moving their way across the point here. And they're not even capping the point here. They're just rolling right past as Enigma goes in deep and takes down Lansky. Still 2 players down now for HRG, and Platinum's getting some great damage onto the train. They could actually follow up on this if they wanted to, but they're going to turn back around and finish that cap on mid. Meanwhile, the combo for Mixup moving down the left side. And both teams have the Uber here as a 6-on-5, Blank.
Yeah, that it is. Mixup just rolling in. HRG gonna try and contest this. Banny trying to put out some spam, but some really nice movement on the Mixup combo there, actually. Not eating the spam. Hardblue finally getting forced. Banny's gonna get forced here as well. Is he gonna be able to take down Enigma? Uh-oh. This is really, really bad for HRG. Losing both their soldiers, just popping the Uber now. Platinum going all the way for it. I feel like, oh no. Mixup sort of rushing that last push there. Shrugger's gonna go down. Really nice rocket out of tank. Able to kill both the soldiers, and he kills Hardblue, but a back cap.
What?
Ruin, sneaky Sven coming in, salvaging the round for Mixup, and we're tied 2-2 here, Slin.
Yeah, it looked really good for Mixup, and then, or is it 2-2? Wow. Okay, so yeah, it looked really good for Mixup there, and then it looked really bad for them, and then it looked really good for them again, and then it looked really, and then it just ended, and then Mixup won somehow. Ruin came out there almost wiping, but he got that back half to go, and yeah, like you said, 2-2 in the second half. There's not that much time left here, so these next few rounds are going to be crucial. HRG bombing their soldiers high in the sky as Telegram takes down YZ50. A lot of lit players from Mixup. Can they finish any of them off? Finally getting finished off here now as Sugar Tag and Lansky all get picks of their own. Enigma down to 12 health, and Platinum is backing his way out towards the second point. There's a scout all over him though, and as he grabs the health back, he might make it out alive here. No, soldiers all over him. They're just swarming him, and if he goes down late in this fight, this is going to be trouble.
Wow,
Platinum,
he's able to pick off Tag there, but I mean, losing your demo man that late is really, really bad. They're not going to have any stickies up here at last.
Nope, and here come the Uber in for HRG down the deep right. Targeting the heavy right away here. Can they finish him off? They're focusing point, and that cap goes. HRG make it 3-2. And these rounds are going so quick after that first half was just so stalematey.
Wait, they're saying good half. Yeah, I was gonna comment. We already passed halftime, but both teams calling good half.
They got confused
after hitting 3 rounds. Yeah,
it's 3-2,
it's
but
very, very rare that you see a team not get 3 rounds nowadays in a half. So
that's so funny that they're having good half, and yeah, there's really not that much time left in the second half here. We're seeing about 19 minutes. Okay, that's plenty of time. Actually, I lied. As Mixup getting tons of frag. They just swarmed. A lot of bombs coming in for HRG that didn't work.
Yeah, just Mixup DM right there. Just the soldier bombs not very effective for HRG, and Mixup just able to clean them up.
That was a crazy mid that just resolved way too quickly, and it was hard to follow all the action there. But they did a really nice job of intercepting the jumpers while pushing across themselves and getting all the picks. They completely wiped HRG, and Hardblue now has an 80% Uber advantage. They're looking to take through the right side shutter door. The Uber's popped very early on as Enigma takes down Tagarung before the fight even begins. Ruin takes down Shrugger the Pyro, and that's Heavy is looking to be in trouble here. He drops down to the point, but Sizer's gonna go down here, and Mixup making another quick round to make it 3-3. These rounds are going by so quickly, Blank. It's incredible.
Yeah, this is the TF2 we wanted to see, Slim. I mean, we knew it would be a battle of the Titans here, and we're really sort of getting quite the game so far as we're tied 3-3 in the second half. 17 minutes remaining, and I'm gonna be watching. I'm gonna watch Sizer here. This mid fight. I feel like it's on Big Brown now to step it up, win a mid fight for his team. As he's playing this top right side, putting a little bit of chip damage, trying to find where the bombing soldiers are. Gets really good damage on the scouts now. Actually, he's able to pick off Enigma. He's gonna be pushing in here. He picks up Platinum as well, so I think I picked the right target, and he kills YZ50 as well. So the Brownie monster coming in. Is he gonna get the scout as well?
Wow.
Sizer. Ruin goes down. He's on the warpath. He wants the 5K, and he's gonna get. Is he gonna get needled by Heartblue? No!
Oh!
Sizer.
Sizer was a little bit upset at me that I predicted against him. I said that he wasn't going to do that well at LAN, but he's just showing that he's got the moves. He did really well in the upper bracket round 1 match, and he's doing so well in this one here as well, getting a 5K here on mid. And he did get needled right at the end of that, but still created so much space for his team. Heartblue went down really late in that fight, and they're just going to... and HRG are just going to wait for their respawners before they push in with Uber.
Yeah, that there. We see the Enigma heavy, sort of the classic Enigma play, rolling in here at last. As Ruin's actually pushing up really aggressively in this lobby, while Mixup gonna try and fight them and force them before they actually come in the last. I'd really like that play if they do that. As looks like they're finally starting to rotate in. The Uber's gonna come in on the right side now. Pretty early pop out of Lansky, but I mean he's not gonna be able to get anything with this, and this is bad news for them. As Enigma's still a relatively healthy heavy. Could this be it? Can Sizer save the day once again? He's getting aggressive here, but eats a really nice sticky from Platinum. 4-on-3 though situation here. Are they going to go back in? No, Sizer's backing out because he's really low. Shrugger should go down as he gets caught out. They're coming back in. They need to kill Tag. Tag's on point, trying to cap it. Sizer's getting the kill, shocking out from TLR, and the Uber comes out from Hardblue. But they gotta block this point. TLR's going for Shade. Oh my god, Shade with the juice! Shade with the juice! Sizer goes down! Oh no!
He almost made it out alive there.
Yeah,
that was a great little
TLR
replay.
for 2 seconds was just scratching his head going, where'd that guy go? But finally able to pick up the scout medic. TLR really aggressive while able to kill Banny before Banny can get the med pack and get out. So wow, just so much action here, Slin.
That was a great move by Mixup there to get out of there last, and that late pick onto Banny is going to be really beneficial for them as they're beginning to move into mid. They know that there's no chops up as Banny is down, and here they come really aggressively. Heartblue doesn't even need to get his Uber here as Ruin takes down Tagarung. 4 players now backed out to the lower side for HRG, and Sizer here he comes as heavy now to try and contest this point.
Oh my god, Sizer on the forward spot heavy. And classic Mixup. Oh no, just falling for that.
That's really unusual. I mean, typically you'll see someone sit in the first forward spawn, but not in the second forward spawn there. And Sizer with a really nice heads-up play gets those key picks that he needs, takes down Heartblue, and he's saving his team this round here, really. But still, they're not in a really good position to retake mid.
Yeah, Ruin though was causing all sorts of havoc behind there, so slowing down what would have been a free push in the mid there, but that was just kind of an error I have to put on Mixup. I mean, when you're capping a point with that many people, you need somebody looking behind. Like, you have 6 pairs of eyes. They don't need to all look in the same direction.
Yeah.
But nonetheless, Sizer with the big heavy forward respawn play, and is able to drop the medic and the devil. However, Heartblue's still at a 20% Uber advantage.
Yeah, looking really good for them here, actually, as if they're actually building it almost to 30%. Still, 25% Uber is a really large advantage, about 10 seconds, when the Uber only lasts 8. So here comes that Uber now, off a scout, down the left side, and it looks like they're pushing that scout through cheese, as it's not really getting anything though. Actually, HRG came out with picks, even though Mixup came in with their Uber, and now Shade has his own Uber. Banny trades with Platinum, but here comes that Uber now from HRG to get all these frags. Ruin's in trouble in the lower part, but he does trade with Shrugger.
What? How's he still alive? Don't let her kill Shade. Are they gonna kill Shade? Why is he in Ruin? Oh, 20 health. 20 health on Shade.
Ruin was in such dire straits there in the lower part, and he somehow just snakes his way out alive. And
we have
almost
the Enigma spy, Slin. Hate to disrupt you there.
Oh, please. Here he is now.
Uncloaking his scout. Is he? He gets Shade. He gets the scout.
Huge play.
Wow, what a play. Platinum's bombing in now. Lansky's gonna get. Is he gonna get air plate? 20 health. Wow, what a plate from Platinum.
both of these teams are moving so quickly that it's hard to tell what the hell is going on. But Mixup, you know, won off that second point here, came in, Enigma got huge picks, and allows his team to recapture here. There's a little bit of a back cap going on for HRG. There's a player stuck behind, I believe it's Sizer. Or no, it's Shrugger actually. Shrugger is stuck behind for HRG, and he's in a really crappy spot here because Mixup look like they're in the uber advantage position. They're just going to turn around and finish him off, and that's unfortunate.
They're
because
going to go hunting for this kill here.
It's unfortunate because Benny was down. They could have pushed that, but because there's a scout behind, Shrugger's going to basically hold them back.
But as soon as they find him, I mean, they still have the pick advantage to push in once they secure this kill, so right now they should just be buffing up their scouts and their roaming soldier, send them off, but no, it looks like for now they're not going to pay really any attention to him as they have this Uber, perhaps not really fully understanding how minute their advantage is, as the pop does come in, but the counter pop is going to come out from Shade any second now, and Harblue's in a really bad spot, and he's probably going to go down here.
Oh no.
Shrugger does go down, this isn't that bad. This is actually really good for him. Even if Harblu goes down, this fight's still okay for Mixup if they can just make a couple more frags.
Yeah,
Tag does go down, 4-on-4 right now. There's just so much action. TLR's in on Banny. Banny's getting really hurt. Lansky's there. It's just a 4-on-4 fight. This is a scrappy fighting, Slin.
Yeah, but this is exactly the kind of play that Mixup like to have. Still, they're losing a lot of frags here. They threw too many players at Shade to try and get him down, or they threw too many players at Banny, whatever it was. Platinum's gonna go down here in the yard, and it's only Harblu and TLR alive to try and back out, but at least they got Harblu out. Here they are backing away as the scouts for HG pushing so aggressively to try and get some pressure onto them. They're not gonna get that pick to go, but they're at least gonna get mid back. And now the Ubers have evened out. Platinum only respawning now, but he is gonna get forward. No, he's not gonna get forward in time. So Platinum, without getting forward, this is a problem now as HRG pushing in through. There's going to be no sticky trap up for Mixup, and here comes HRG with that Uber. Popping in, forcing the Uber from Harblu. Even Uber pops here. HRG backing themselves out of the lower lobby. They're trying to make a move on the flank, but here comes the Uber players for Mixup to get those picks. Ruin gets one onto Shrugger, and now it's a 6-on-5. And here comes that drive push. Ruin getting another one onto Tagro here as TLR jumps into the kitchen. Great damage here onto Lansky, but Lansky turns around and takes one on down to YZ50. 3-on-3, and Shade has stayed alive this entire time as Platinum and TLR get picks. Shade is the only one alive here. He needs to preserve that Uber advantage and stall a little bit longer for his forward respawners. Alright, looks like Blank is a little bit out of commission here, so I'm still talking.
Oh, sorry. I'm back.
Okay.
I'm back. A little bit of lag there, but this action is non-stop, Slip.
It is insane what's going on here. Both players just throwing things at each other, but I think that really does favor Mixup at the end of the day. I mean, you saw how Harblu was almost in a shitty situation there on the second point, and then he was able to call his teammates in and bail him out. Still here now on the middle, we do see Shade with a 20% Uber advantage. He was able to make it out alive. And it looks like HRG might be able to make this push go with 20%.
Maybe, but I mean, it's HRG, they might just slow it down. No, actually they're trying to go here. Shade already at 90 health. Lansky getting pushed in a little too far. He might get dropped here. Ooh, really nice surf by Shade to pop on his pocket soldier, but here's gonna come the counter pop from Mixup. They go down both their rover and their scout unless they can get a couple of frags to equal this up. This is gonna be really bad for as HRG is gonna be streaming right back in here, Slip.
They didn't get enough frags, but they're playing together with the heals because Shade is down. Harblu goes down here, but Sizer and Lansky are so aggressive. Lansky grabs two onto TLR and Ruin, and it's only Platinum alive in the second point. He gets taken down there by Sizer, and HRG able to hold that one off there. Nicely done by them. They get that second point down, and Shade's going to be up here quickly in time, and maybe he might be going Kritzkrieg. Let's see. Yeah, he's on Kritzkrieg. Oh, called it. Oh, so good.
Slin the mind raider, but yeah, I mean, last time they pushed this Heavy failed, Sniper failed, Uber failed, so they went with the Bandy crits, so here they go. So far he's 1-for-0 on this, so they're hoping that Bandy once again can go huge with these Kritzkrieg as we see the Engineer and the Heavy defense coming out for Classic Mixup.
Okay, so Engineer Heavy might be decent against a Kritzkrieg. You know, Kritz doesn't do any extra damage against the gun, but the gun and the Heavy are in a position where they're not really able to shoot at the door. Now the Heavy creeping up closer. YZ50 gonna go down, and the Heavy's taking so much damage here as well. Banny finishes off Ruin and Platinum, and with enough picks here, Harblu's only at 80%. He's not gonna get it in time. They see the sentry on the left side, spamming it out. Nice job there by Platinum, or sorry, Banny to take that one down. And now they're just stacking the point. This should be around here for HRG. Mixup throwing their soldiers at the point. And yeah, HRG just swarming it completely. Nice job there, and they bring it to 4-3. So HRG are at match point here in the first map. If you guys are just joining us right now, this has been back and forth non-stop action. We are on map 1 in this best of 3 in the upper bracket finals. HRG versus Classic Mixup. We're in the second half. There's not that much time left to go. About 7.5 minutes for Classic Mixup to even this one out. Match point here for HRG, Blank.
That it is, and Banny, I mean, I'm putting the cam on him. He saw on that last fight, and here it is, this next mid-fight, trying to put some early stickies, not really connecting with a whole lot just yet. He's actually going to go down really early here, while a lot of damage coming out from Platt. Ruin and YZ connecting for a couple of frags, and this is looking to be a mix-up mid-fight. Is Shrugger! Holy smokes, Shrugger just dancing around the shed in 2 shots, Hardblue.
Wow, if he didn't get Hardblue there, that would have been the round probably, or at least that second point. But still, the second point looks like it's going to go down in a second. It looks like a YZ, or is that Ruin pushing it aggressively? That's Ruin all over Shade at last. Shade pulls out the needles, but isn't able to hold him off. And that looks pretty good for Mixup now. They're going to get the second point for free. Hardblue's going to spawn 15 seconds ahead of Shade. And if he builds this right, they might have an advantage.
Uh-oh, we have the Enigma Heavy as well. They can smell it. This is go time. They realize, you know, we've got the advantage. We have the momentum. Now's the time to push, potentially. Or are they going to wait, actually? No, looks like they're going to slow it down, actually. Just wait for the Uber.
Yeah, this is the right call, I think. You know, you don't want to rush it. If you botch this push, then, you know, HRG, you're letting them back into the game. So Mixup here just building up their Uber, 40% advantage for them now, as Sizer and Shrugger are back on NG and Heavy. And we should be seeing an Uber push any moment now, as TLR begins to walk lower. He's probably going to go at the right shutter door.
That he is. So here we go.
Oh, straight
Combo,
lower.
Scout, Demo, yep. Banny juggling him with some really nice sticky. Sentry gun on that far left side. Platinum about to take it out. Uh-oh. Ruin goes down to a Banny trap. This Heavy isn't going to be able to do this. Platinum hits some really nice pipes there. Is Shay going to get it in time? Yes, he does, and he Ubers on Banny.
Great Uber there from Shade, just kiting away and getting it in time here, but still not looking too good because the Heavy's coming back in. Enigma all over the Uber combo for HRG.
Oh my god.
Banny should be going down any second here now, and Mixup have evened it out to 4-4. This is the clash of the Titans, Blake. This is anybody's game.
I honestly, I don't want to talk. Let's just watch this last minute. Let's just watch.
Alright.
But no, okay. I actually gotta talk, I guess. I'm gonna watch Enigma, because, I mean, he played the
gonna
Heavy.
break the silence.
Yeah, he won him that last round. The big heavy weapons, guys. He's playing this top left side, going for a double jump here. Kind of gets denied by the scouts, and uh-oh. That's not good. Enigma getting shut down really early, as well as YZ50 down. This is looking like an HRG mid-fight. Enigma trying to salvage the round, not able to find Shade, though Shade tucked away nice and safe with full health, and this is going to be an HRG mid-win. Slin.
It's so interesting because both of these demos for these teams are the top 2 players in the world, undoubtedly. Platinum and Banny are 2 of the best in the world, 2 of the best demo men in the world, and so that initial fight doesn't amount to anything at all, but the bombing soldiers come in and HRG win it big. The scouts push across the point and Tagrung picks the kill onto Hardblue. That gives Shade the Uber advantage here. They're going to get the second point, 80% advantage now for Shade, and this could be the round here, Blank.
That it very well could be. So we see the Ruin Heavy coming out here, and this Uber's going to come along the right side. It's going to be a Scout Soldier Uber. Are they going to be able to get anything so far? Not really. YZ50 getting really low. Platinum Ruin low as well. Lansky does go down here. Uh-oh, Hardblue's dead. 4-on-4 situation here. The health a lot better on HRG. 3-on-3 situation. No, just YZ50 on 18 health, and Shrugger's going to win him the round, and HRG takes them at 5-4. Slin, and this is just some action-packed TF2. I mean, this is what we wanted to see right here.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better map. This is the most exciting TF2 that we have seen this LAN, and this will probably be one of those maps that people will be demo reviewing in the future. So this is just such an exciting game, so close back and forth, and neither team was definitively winning the mids. But HRG on the very last one was the one that counts. They took the mid there and rolled it straight to last. And HRG now up 5-4. They haven't dropped a single map here, Blank.
Yeah, that they haven't. But taking a look at the stats here, and Banny at the top of the boards with the most damage, doing 17.4k. Next highest being Lansky, actually, at 16.3k. Then Platinum, pretty much equivalent damage to Lansky, and then Ruin, actually, doing more damage than all the other scouts and soldiers on the field. So,
you know what's
Ruin top fragging as well, just having a phenomenal game.
Yeah, I totally agree with you there. The thing that's kind of interesting is, people had some question marks on their mind about how's HRG going to do. Both of these teams have very experienced players. Classic Mixup was the undefeated team from last season, HRG the undefeated team this season. And it was such a close match, but if you look at the damage done, Shrugger had a surprisingly low amount of damage, 8753. And that's just about, 60% of his scout partner's damage. And it's a little bit worrisome because Shrugger had his previous LAN appearance was with Mihai's Flow a couple seasons ago on Pierce's team, and they placed 4th after a disappointing performance from him there. But still, he's holding his own here decently, even though the damage numbers aren't showing it.
Yeah, that he is for sure. I mean, definitely a better showing than his Flow, but he seems to be a little bit quiet right now, at least in this Clash of the Titans, as sort of the two scouts to be watching right now really are Sizer and Ruin as they duke it out here for who's the better scout at the moment. But HRG does sort of pull away with the win here, slightly, I guess, off of the damage coming out there from Banny and Lansky. But I mean, Ruin right now, he's playing so well, and I really think he's sort of the key player that's keeping Classic Mixup in this.
I'm tweeting. You keep talking.
I keep talking. Okay, well, going else. Looking at the other stats, Enigma going 31 and 47 to tags, 39 and 42. So the roamer play, Enigma doing more damage, but Tagarung actually getting slightly more frags here. And the Pocket Soldier comparison, Lansky with 45 frags to TLR's 45. So I mean, the Pocket Soldiers here, Lansky doing about 3k more damage though, but the frags are pretty even. I mean, just when you compare the amount of damage done by both teams, you have pretty much 69k, but 17 more frags for HRG, and I really sort of think that comes off of the failed last pushes from Mixup into last. But besides that, I mean, with damage numbers this close, this is anyone's game right now. Both teams are just playing on an even level, so it really comes down to individual performances at this point to sort of carry the way through to whoever wins the maps and potentially the series.
No chills. Lang, do you have any comments about that last match?
I didn't watch any of it. Photoshop, so much Photoshop.
I'm so sorry. Lang was our cameraman last season, and he's been doing so well, but big shout out here to Kurt TrukTruk on camera for us, and he's catching all the action, really staying on top of it and letting us casters know what's going on in terms of spy plays, and Sizer in the forward